Hello there, my name is Malik Nela, welcoming you to another episode. And in this episode, we are talking how to deploy a teleprompter for free to a remote reporter for live news coverage. This is one in a series of many to come on Crash Course for journalists using broadcast technologies, hacks, and skills for free or low-cost broadcasting techniques. Now, the objective of this tutorial is to ensure that participants are able to deploy a teleprompter from the newsroom to a remotely located reporter for free using readily available resources. So essentially, where you are with the gadgets that you are, hopefully you should be able to deploy a teleprompter to someone who is out on assignment. They might be having a bad day, or in the spirit of proper news gatekeeping, where an editor will add value to the content that is being published, then this is a technique to go for. If you ask why, media content needs to be correct at all the time. It needs to be free of libelous content, and by offering highly in-depth and analytical reports that offer the media house a competitive edge over social media content and citizen journalists and other media outlets. And obviously, people will come and patronize that particular media outlet because it would be competitive. Now, used correctly, a teleprompter can offer an opportunity for differentiation in news reporting. It is an underrated equipment among journalists, and I really encourage that this piece of technology needs to be utilized if journalists are to be as competitive in this day and age where citizen journalists are posting almost content of equal significance. Then the little value addition, the little teamwork between newsroom and the remote reporter can go a long way in bringing up the standards of a particular media house. So what you do, on the studio side, you activate your tail scale, you open your OBS or Vimix, then you configure your SRT, secure reliable transport stream, out of OBS or Vimix. Let's see how to do it in Vimix. In Vimix, you go to stream SRT settings, you configure your gadget's tail scale issued IP address. By the gadget, we mean the receiving gadget, and then you designate a specific port. Our example in this case is 5000. So as you can see there, you will go to the output settings, you toggle enable SRT, then you on the type you choose caller. On host name, you put the IP address of the host. Then on the port number, you choose the port number that is available. You click OK, then you are good to go. So, having done that, you will now need to answer the question on how is the text going to be scrolling. Now, the bonus tip for users of Vimix, from my own experience, I've realized that when you are using Vimix, you can go to the titles, then you look out for ticker 10 scrolling. The way I have written it in the presentation, you put your text there, then the only thing that you need to do is perhaps to adjust the speed so that it is to your liking. Otherwise, I found this to be effective really for the teleprompter hack. So because the SRT is activated, then the stream should be ready to go to the receiving gadget. So that should be the easy way for Vimix. Now from Vimix, let's pause a little bit and go to OBS. In OBS, we start with the output side. You are going to enter the IP address, then port number, then you put the argument $mode equals caller, then apply OK. In this regard, you will see that the IP address that we've entered there is the IP of our iPad, and you apply, and okay, that's all you need to do to send the signal from your OBS machine. But there is one more thing that you need to do, that is to put or to add the text that you need to be beamed on the teleprompter on the other side of the world. So you will go to add scene, like you do when you're adding any scene. You label it rolling credits. That's what I do. Then on the source, you add text, where you will copy and paste the text that you want to send to the remote reporter via the teleprompter. And you will need to activate the vertical movement of the text. You adjust the speed to a suitable level by using available filters that are available on the filters option. So once you are done, we are good to go, really. So in order to send the stream from OBS, you will simply have to hit start streaming. Now, once you hit start streaming, your stream should be able to be seen in the receiving iPad, iPad, or any Android phone or any Android tablet. So to receive the kind of video feed, you will need to open Larix Player. You activate the Telescope network on your receiving iPad, or is it tablet. You add the IP address of their receiving gadget and designated port. For example, in our example, it's SRT:// then 100.192.100.27 : 5000. Then once you enter this as your address, you will need to configure it to listener, because this will be listening to whatever is coming from your OBS or from your vMix. The moment you play, the stream will be activated and your teleprompter should be able to play. That's how easy it is. In preparation for this tutorial, we did our test, and as you can see there on the screen, my MacBook to my left is transmitting text to my iPad to my right. So what I simply had to do was to input the text, go to stream settings, configure the IP address and the port number with the argument $mode equals caller on the streaming PC, then hit stream. Then on the Larix Player on my iPad, I just had to enter the same the address. The only difference actually was that it was in listener mode, so that it would listen to whatever is on the OBS on my MacBook Pro. And that's how easy it is. And you can choose whether to use the format that is showing on the screen, where you have to write, print, and post on a pole in front of your camera, in which case you are likely going to realize that in the long term it's going to be very expensive, because we are talking about the toner, we are talking about the paper as well. So it might not actually be environmentally friendly, it might not be cost effective, in as much as it is cost effective compared to procurement of the actual equipment. You will find that the techniques that we're sharing here is actually cheaper, because you are going to use the resources that you already have. Well, on that note, I wish you well. That's the end of our presentation today. Until next time, it's bye-bye.